Nigeria's aviation sector is facing a number of challenges. The increase in the cost of jet fuel as a result of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, foreign exchange illiquidity, the COVID-19 lockdowns have all combined to make profitability very difficult for Nigeria's airlines. Safety concerns have also been an issue of discussion in Nigeria's aviation industry, with in particular regarding Dana Airlines. Last month, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority suspended Dana Airlines' air transport license and air operator certificate indefinitely. The NCAA has said it suspended the operating licenses after discovering that the airline was no longer in a position to meet its financial obligations and to conduct safe flight operations. Joining us to discuss further, Arise business analyst Chika Onbono. Chika, good morning to you. Thank you so much.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you, sir. Yes.
Let me put out some things up there. We've had what I'm going to talk about today. For the benefit of our viewers and the country. We've had it for about close to about 3 weeks now. But we've been weighing whether we should talk about it or not. But in the interest of the public good, we decided to talk about it. You notice that I've titled it, Thank God, the thunder didn't strike twice. And as I go along, I will explain why I chose that headline.
Okay.
This presentation refers certainly to Dana Air and the suspension from flying by the NCAA, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. But let me put a little background also to our viewers, so that people better appreciate why I'm a bit passionate about it.
Of course.
On June 26, 1991, myself and four of us, myself and three of my colleagues, we entered an Okada flight, BAC 111, all the way to going to Kano, Lagos to Kano.
Okay.
And 7 p.m. we left. It's supposed to be 1 hour, 15 minute flight. So by 8:15 we were supposed to be on the ground in Kano. But we were 3 hours in the air.
Wow.
After 3 hours, the aircraft crashed in Sokoto. And my colleague that was sitting by my side died in that plane crash.
You were on the plane?
Yep.
Wow, you've never told me this previously. Wow, wow.
I couldn't fly again. That's why I had to, remember me, you call me a banker. That's how I had to go and acquire knowledge about aviation. So now you know.
So you have a personal interest in this.
Now you know why I know so much about aviation.
Okay.
So I survived, my colleague, a father of two then, died in that plane crash instant. We crashed about after 3 hours in the air. In Sokoto, we were going to Kano. And so it was very tragic. I remember when I saw his dead body when it came out from the aircraft and ran away from the aircraft. And I just answered the tone so that people can understand why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Certainly.
And then I came back after running away from the aircraft because we thought it was going to explode in fire. After the crash, nobody knew where. We just crashed 10 kilometers from the nearest village. And we came back to the aircraft looking for the other two colleagues. Just lo and behold, we just saw Fidelis dead and cold. His body bloodied and dead.
Sorry about this experience.
The other colleague had the right engine was him, and he had spinal injuries and so on and so forth. But 5 passengers. There were 55 passengers. 5 died on that crash. It should have been the reverse, but God was with us that day. So you can understand why I'm very passionate about aviation.
Certainly.
Aviation safety. After I do this, that Tonga didn't. Thank God it didn't strike twice. And I'll give a background to a lot of our viewers, and I will let you know why I'm doing this. Recalling on June 3rd, 2012, Dana Air flight 09902 crashed. That was coming from Abuja to Lagos, killing 153 passengers and 6 on the ground. That total of 159 dead passengers was the deadliest airline crash in Nigeria since the Kano disaster in 1973. The MD-83 aircraft that crashed had a dual engine failure, a rarity for such a short flight. Even though the AIB subsequently ascribed the failure to engine failure and pilot error. What happened, there was a detailed review of the AIB Accident Investigation Bureau report revealed other scary things about the airline. And that's why part of the reason why I'm doing this.
Of course.
Because it happened before. One was the attitude and the culture of the owners and management owners towards safety and risk. In Nigeria, sometimes you call it tone from the top.
Right.
And the body language of the owners towards safety and risk is totally negative, as you hear me talk about in the next 1 minute. There were major issues with the airline. Remember, I'm talking about the crash that happened in 2012, 10 years ago, regarding the maintenance culture within Dana Air. There was a habit, listen to this, guys. There was a habit for Dana crew, including the senior pilots, for not entering flight defects into the technical logbooks of aircrafts. So they were cooking books.
Right.
And there were consistent and deliberate, dangerous disregard for Nigerian civil aviation regulations. Despite all this, subsequently, Dana license was initially suspended, but lifted, and they started flying again.
Right.
There was a promise from them that they have learned from that, and the other thing was that they're going to move from their MD-83 aircraft to Boeing classic aircraft. Now, for me also, because of my experience and knowledge, I gave a personal commitment to a lot of my friends that I won't fly Dana again.
Okay.
This is not personal, because of things I saw, and that I would rather take a night bus than fly Dana. But what happened was that I broke that promise in early this year, after 10 years.
Me too. I've flown Dana as well. I flew them this year. Yep.
Because one day I got to the airport for a meeting. I had an airline ticket, but they canceled that flight. So I was forced to take the flight. I remember when I landed, I went to the cockpit and I said, because it was a struggle to get into the air. I know aviation, and the air conditioning system was like air coming out through the broomstick, And I went to the air cockpit and said, this old banger is still flying. And they said, yes. I remember I spoke to the NCA Director General after that flight and said, why is this aircraft still flying? And they said me that still certified as fit. So now, that was historical. And the crash. Now, NCA, in the course of its duties now, went and did an audit of Dana operation month of April 2022. Again, there was a consistent, deliberate, and dangerous disregard for Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority regulations. The same thing that led to the first issue. This is a corporate issue. But listen, the viewers may be surprised to hear this, that Dana operated several flights on the MD-80 fleet with no licensed captains. I'm quoting reports from the NCAA. No licensed captains. They listed all the regular flights that this happened corporately. The director of flight operation for Dana, there's what they call the check airman authorization, expired in 2020 September. That authorization enables you to go and approve aircraft to fly. Yet he continued
to fly,
to check aircraft and approve aircraft to fly. Expired in 2020. A captain that attends is 5 years old in 2021. July, will continue to fly. There's a rule in Nigeria about age, 60 years and on board and whatever. That. Even the same captain, his check airman certification, which is what enables you to approve aircraft to fly, expired in 2021 too. Yet,
he continued
to approve aircraft to fly. The chief pilot of Dana Air does not have even the NCA check airman certificate. Yet,
he's continued to
approve aircraft to fly.
Dear, oh dear.
That was total. This is even more dangerous. The total disregard of the flight crews, of flight duty times, and crew rest regulations. There's a law about how many flights can take in a day. Just enable. So because of your concentration and whatever, it never mattered to them in that airline. Dana Air and personnel were sanctioned several times for maintenance failures. They were even fined 30 million for that, but they have not been able to pay that fine because of the poor finances of the company.
Wow.
The director of maintenance license, listen to the director of maintenance license, was revoked, listen to this, for making false statements and false entries into the logbooks of aircrafts that were carrying Nigerian passengers.
That is scary.
The licenses of the Dana Air Quality Inspector and expatriate maintenance engineer were suspended for 60 days for maintenance violations. the NCA concluded by saying Dana Air and its personnel deliberately violated the provisions of Nigerian civil aviation regulations relating to safety and therefore cannot continue to conduct safe.
And that's why they revoked the license.
That was even technical. On the financial side, it was even more. They were going concern issues about the airline. It was under serious financial threat, as collaborated by the external auditors report. Key financial metrics were all by bad state. They couldn't meet current financial obligations. Shareholders' funds have been negative since 2018.
Wow.
Debt to capital ratio negative. Inability to pay staff salaries, which will lead to depressed staff morale. Some of the flying aircraft.
Yep.
And low productivity. Staff were sent on compulsory 3 months leave without pay. Aircrafts sent for maintenance were laid up in hangars abroad.
Wow.
Because they couldn't pay to recover them.
Chika, this is...
I have just tried to summarize this.
Right, so people know what's happening and why the NCA took that decision.
NCA did what they did.
Yeah.
And why is also because the same corporate governance issues, they totally disregard deliberately. Maintenance engineers entering, forced promotion to logbooks that led to the first situation crash we had is again what led to this. Now, I know that NCA has said that Dana should go and get their acts right, correct all those things. But for me, the bigger issue is this. The character and the owners, or the owners of the business, that are willing to approve and allow the employees to do shortcut in aviation business and playing with the life of Nigerian citizens. I know personally what this matters. I know the trauma I went through.
That you're even flying again.
I know the trauma I went through when I thought that I was going. Because I was this 10 minutes. Because initially in our own flight, we didn't know, they just told us emergency landing. It was about within a 10 minutes gap that the man said, ladies and gentlemen, Okada flight OKJ 503 going down. May God help us all. May God help us all. That's when I knew that it was going to be live and dead. And you see, my colleague didn't make it. So aviation is not what
you play with.
Yeah.
This is serious business.
And the sad thing is that there are Nigerian pilots who have said no to all this forging of the books, making false entries. Flying aircrafts are not good to fly. They have been forced to resign or leave the employ of these companies. And so NCAA must look into this and make sure, even if Dana is going to come back again, the major issue for me is the corporate governance issues. The attitude of owners of the business towards what? Short cost, safety, and risk.
Chika, this is why we have you on, and we appreciate you coming on with this breakdown. And personally, you never shared this story with me before. I'm surprised you're even still flying to this day after an experience like that.
I don't get amazed I'm still flying.
Gosh, that is surprising. Arise business, aviation analyst, banking analyst, fintech analyst, manufacturing analyst, ports analyst. We're having you back tomorrow to discuss the ports. Thank you so much, Chika. I really appreciate it. And again, sorry for the loss.
Thank you.